So this is a review of the Billet Technology oil catch can, and here we had it on a few months now and we had no issues. We ordered it through Billet Technology. It came in within a couple weeks. Even during the height of COVID, came in pretty fast. Came in nicely packaged. Everything was there, and this cost around, I think, around 150 bucks, somewhere around there, 170, I think ish. I can't remember exactly, but all the necessary parts were there in the box, provided by Billet Technology. And this was one of the first modifications we've done, because I mean, oil catch cans, they really can extend the life of your engine. They act as a simple device, and it can greatly benefit injected engines, because they prevent oil and other contaminants from causing buildup inside the engine's intake manifold. And that's really going to extend the life of the vehicle and prevent your fuel economy from suffering. And so what they do is they act as a filter, plugging into the hose line that catch the contaminants. That's why it's called a catch can. They catch the contaminants before they can reach the intake. And if you go to take off your intake manifold, when you lift it up, usually you'll see all kind of, if you don't have an oil catch can, you'll see all kind of oil, debris, and just gunk down there right inside your manifold. So all that oil, once it's burned off, is going right back into the wrong place where you don't want it. And so we installed the oil catch can, and I'm happy with this. I like the Billet Technology catch can. So a typical catch can plugs into a hose running from the top of the engine's crankcase to the manifold, and this hose relieves the pressure in the crankcase generated by blow-by, and that is when pressure escapes the combustion chamber by seeping past the piston rings. But the problem is, this pressure relief hose allows oil and other nasty stuff from the crankcase to get into the manifold, and we don't want that. That's not where that stuff belongs. And so over time, these contaminants can build up inside the intake, and then you can start to lose power, your fuel economy can suffer, and even horsepower can suffer, as well as cause misfires. And all of this is really explained on the Engineering Explained channel. They really break it down nice for these oil catch cans. But this oil catch can is a great modification. This is a must-have, in my opinion, for Hemi owners, because I mean, again, it's going to extend the life of your vehicle. And you think about it, when that oil was burnt off and it goes back into the manifold, it's almost like a person is swallowing their own vomit. Now that's something we definitely don't want to do that, but essentially that's what this is doing. All that burnt off oil was going right inside the engine where it does not belong. So really happy with this purchase of the Billet Technology catch can, and we're going to check this and wait till it cools off and see how much oil we got there after a couple months. I'm hoping it's not really bad, really full, but it's just hot now. We've been running the car for about an hour, and it's just too hot to really take off. I don't have any gloves. All right, so we're going to see how much oil we got in here. Probably waited too long, but we'll see. I hope this thing isn't full. Look like there's oil coming around the edges. Hose is hot. Uh-oh. Okay, that's not too bad. You can see there, we got about a quarter, less than a quarter of oil. So, I mean, it's really not bad. But one thing you want to do is periodically check this and make sure the thing isn't overflowing with oil. But as for right now, we'll just leave it. We'll just leave it as is. And of course, you want to dispose of the oil in the proper manner. Don't just pour it out in the street. Uh, so we'll come back later and empty that out. Make sure it's back on tight. There we go. All right. Okay, so we'll do a quick little unboxing here, show you everything that's inside the billet catch can box. Here we got all the hardware included, including the catch can. And it comes really nicely packaged. We got the two extra long PCV hoses, and actually we had to cut them down because they were extra long. We didn't need excess of hose, so we actually cut them down. Got all the fittings and all the nuts and bolts, which really isn't a lot. Got the main mounting bracket. And again, everything comes nicely bundled up, nicely cushioned. Got the nice chrome polished finish of the catch can. And so we'll go ahead and install this real quick. Pop off the engine cover. And we'll start by mounting the main bracket of the oil catch can. And this is really the hardest part of the install. You'll need basic tools for this. And basically you want to make sure these tabs here are lined up with the protruding marks on the PCM cover, which you'll see the arrows. So those two tabs and screws should be perfectly in line with the protruding areas on the PCM cover. And you'll see what I mean as soon as we show it right there. Those two protruding marks should be lined up with your screws. Once you mount that, it's a piece of cake. You can make this a little easier by removing the PCM, but I didn't go that route because I didn't want to have any issues putting it back on. And so as you remove this top PCV hose, you may need to put quite a bit of elbow grease in there. In fact, we grabbed a screwdriver and just kind of pried it and shimmied it out of there. Again, once you mount the main mounting bracket to the catch can, it's just a matter of replacing these two hoses, the upper and the lower, and putting your fittings on. And basically that's it. Very simple, easy install. Now here, those little clamps did not come with the catch can, but we just had some small clamps laying around and we just put those on for extra securement so the hose doesn't kind of shimmy off when you're driving down the road. Again, when you're removing these two hoses, you'll leave the elbow on, leave your stock elbow on, and just replace the hoses. And so here all we're doing is tightening down our little clamp there. Once we do that, we'll just install our catch can to our main mounting bracket and attach the other end of the hoses onto the catch can. And then it's a wrap. Of course, we're going to cut down our hoses because, fortunately, billet provided them extra long. We definitely didn't want a short hose, but they provided them extra long. And we just cut them down to the desired length and installed them right to our catch can. Here we're just cutting off the excess part of the hose. And then we'll just pop that baby right on our catch can, and it's a wrap. And here we have the final installation of the product. Very happy with this purchase. I recommend this to all. Get yourself a catch can, whether it be through Billet or any other company. They all serve the same purpose. Make sure you guys give it a thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. See you guys in the next video. Alex is RT Live signing off.